We now start the fourth and last cardiac quarter in game number 4 with the score standing 92-86 in favor of Purefoods hot dogs. And checking with the doctor, what happened during the third?
Well, Purefoods had a 50% shooting clip. Añejo at 40%. Añejo, however, had more rebounds, 18-13, and Purefoods continued to control the fast break points, 10-5 in that quarter.
They've got 4 on the shot clock. Dante Gonzalgo looking for room.
And if the shot had gone in, it would have counted. He had released. But it rolled out, and so automatic violation in favor of Purefoods. Marquez back into the ballgame for Villapando. And he might be matched up against Jaworski on the defensive end. Jaworski picking up Padim Israel here at this point.
Here's a combination of Kalilan, Aral, Jericho Denera, Marquez, Padim Israel, and JB Yango. Here is Marquez looking for space, can find any good interception by Distrito. He's gone.
Quick eyes there by Distrito, anticipating that Marquez was trapped and would try to pass out, step into the picture, and the lead has been cut down to 4.
Distrito has 6.5, his first basket here. He has held off the ball, putting down 4 defensive rebounds. Ampalayo crowding Jerry down on the floor. Maybe a belly up foul called against Ampalayo.
That's going to be his third personal foul.
AJ 65, here is their combination. Distrito, Jaworski, stretching the limit. There is Harman, Ampalayo, of course, and Dante Gonzalgo. Waiting for the re-entry of the main man. Alvin Patrimonio for Marquez.
Even though Marquez just came in, maybe they're trying to go to the big lineup, trying to get the mismatch that has powered Purefoods to the finals. Of course, Fernandez not playing anymore.
And Aral being shouted by Distrito. Almost got the first step. He continued. Inside to Alvin. Good catch. No basket.
That was a good foul there by Gonzalgo because Alvin had established good position and had gotten away.
But Andy, he read the pass right, but his move was a little bit late over the back.
That's right, and Alvin knew how to protect the ball when he received the pass. Fourth personal foul of Dante Gonzalgo right now. 2 team fouls called against Añejo, none against Purefoods, and Gonzalgo has to be taken out. Sonny also going to a big lineup in the front court. Ampalayo, Mamaril, and Harmon Codinera.
Dante Gonzalgo, a factor during the first half, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Here is Alvin, 2 on him. Just in case, hits the open man.
The advantage of using 3 big men there. JB Yango showed why.
And that's what JB Yango does best. He cuts and is delivered with 12 points. Jaworski trying to disengage from Padim.
Padim quickly acknowledges the foul. That's only his third personal foul. He has nursed his fouls in this ball game.
Well, Padim was trying to apply a very sticky defense, but Jaworski was very shifty.
Yes, Jaworski's ability to dribble right and left. That's going to be a foul of Aral.
A little grunt coming from Distrito. He certainly felt the foul. That'll be the third against Aral. Both squads now playing with 2 with 10 and 15 here in the fourth and last. 94-88 at the moment.
SRO only here at the Ultra.
Overflow, Andy.
Distrito, 9 points in the ball game right now, Pingo.
He had 6 at the half, and big story here is Joey Luisaka with 15 and coming up with 3 rainbow shots, and they had to preserve his strength. Don't forget, he just came out of a nasal operation during the end game. He can count and he'll probably come back.
That's right. 4-point lead being enjoyed by Purefoods. Añejo keeps on pressing them.
During the third, they opened a 19-point lead. Alvin, he knew that he was crowded. Quick thinking, and he could see the shadow of JB.
I think that's sort of like a play with them already. When he goes in there, JB starts from on top, and JB follows him. So more or less, he always knows where he's going to pass to, no?
Last point for Ampalayo. That was his 4th personal foul. Time is 9 and 56. Ampalayo lost control. Here is Distrito.
And William Aral comes out of there, but there's a loose ball foul called on, let's see whom.
Maybe against Purefoods. It is Aral. And the play came to referee Ernie De Leon.
There is the miss by Rudy Distrito. And Aral holds on to the ball.
But there was a belly up on the part of Aral, and that's probably the reason why all of a sudden Distrito was looking at the roof.
That's right. Anyway, Capasio being sent to the scorer's bench. He's got the rest. If he nurses 4 fouls there in the bench, Capasio a bigger player than Willie Aral.
Aral 6 points, 2 here in the third, and his first 4 in the first quarter. Capasio main man during the second quarter. He's got 12, and then on the third, Distrito.
3-point shot.
Distrito's first conversion from three-point country. He's 50% actually from Rainbow territory. Over the back foul
By Ampalayo, that's his 5th.
Foul Ampalayo.
And Chito Loizaga, despite the fact that he has 4 fouls, is back to the bench, to the court.
Yango.
Now a shooter, Lastimosa checks in,
Timeout, pure
but we have a timeout.
battle.
Scored 7 and 1 Rainbow shot and is raised to 13 points. Capasio
Stepping on the white line there, misses the shot, and Añejo has the opportunity to go for the lead.
13 rebounds for the big man, Aral. They're trying to trap Jaworski. Here comes Distrito. Drive and throw. Armor is open. Aral banks it in. This is the third time that Añejo Rum has led by 1 point. And they've been really pressing now on the main man. They cannot take it for granted. The ball is going to go against Hammond for his 5th. So he's the second player from AJ65 with 5 personal fouls. First it was Ampalayo.
There's going to be a push against Danny Jaworski on a backdoor play for Jojo Lastimosa.
Foul Jaworski.
He knew it on that very quick curl by Lastimosa. Regretful, but that was a natural reflex on the part of the big jet.
That's right, it was late already at that point. Now that 16 foul called against Añejo, Purefoods has 3. And Añejo must watch that he doesn't get into penalty quite early because we still have 8:28 left in this ball game. And Jojo misses a free throw.
While Lastimosa had 8 at the half, 7 during the first quarter, but had to be pulled out because of 4 personal fouls. His 10th point really doesn't say he's hot. He's averaging 17 here in the championship series. Jaworski from Rainbow Country.
A little bit long there.
Had a good line, but kept back rim. Hustled by Distrito.
And Chito finishes off on the fast break.
Who says he can't run?
I have to run today.
The lead now enjoyed by Añejo Rum 65, 2 points. Double checking that, 1 point. That's the 4th time.
And a good move made by Capasio. Capasio has really been an excellent point guard in this ball game. Played much better than Winnie Aral.
And now, Andy, we have a swing game with 7 and 28. 5 team fouls. Añejo to the 3 of Purefoods.
4th shot there by Chito Loizaga.
Going to Jerry. Here is Lastimosa on a fadeaway shot.
And Purefoods refuses to give up.
Jaworski, he doesn't even know the word. Distrito looking for the right time.
Good penetration there by Distrito, challenging the big man.
And this little guy is the giant here in the 4th quarter. He has knocked in 9, 1 rainbow shot on his way to 15.
Distrito called for a holding foul, and that will be the 17th foul now called against Añejo.
And Distrito looks winded, and he was signaling for relief.
That's only his 2nd personal foul, but he's tired at this point, no? Leo Isaac, the probable Joey Loizaga coming in as a substitute.
Okay, here is where you try to withdraw and hoping that there are funds behind it, because that's what you expect from the shooting qualities of Joey Loizaga.
That's right. This is like almost at the end game. So, you know, every substitution that you make is very important on the part of the coaches.
Time is 6 and 40. Purefoods by 1, 199.
And that's going to be 2 free throws as Sunny hits Jojo Lastimosa. They are in penalty. Jojo goes to the 15-foot line and Padim calls all his teammates into the circle. Padim acting as the captain, talking to his teammates.
Well, that's the right time to talk to them and say, okay, we have the lead. Let's keep our composure. Let us not be bickering. Let's have a breakthrough in terms of our roles and motivations.
Yes, you know, it is pressure time at this point. Sonny Jaworski also very, very tired because having to come in early in the third quarter to be able to bring the team back from that 19-point deficit. Getting some rest right now.
Jaworski, 22 points and 6 rebounds. An explosion of 12 and 1 rainbow shot during the third.
Plus countless assists.
Yes, and he was disturbed when they were trailing by 19. He didn't like it. Capascio butting up on Joey Loizaga. 6 and 23. Here comes Dynamite. There were 2 teammates trying to go for the defensive rebound. There was no communication. Down on the floor, Capascio. He's
6
okay.
seconds, shot clock.
6 seconds on the shot clock as the ball did not hit the rim and none of the Blue Shirts really had control and possession of the ball.
Keep in mind that Harmon Cordillera of Añejo playing with 5 personal fouls. Capascio, Jerry Cordillera, and Lastimosa with 4. Ampalayo, whether he is sick or not, 5 personal fouls or not. Look at his shirt on the floor, and he's got a twisted shirt at the back. He's straightening it out, and Dynamite sits down. Here comes Joey. It's going to be a blocking foul going to go against Capascio. That'll bring him his 5th personal foul.
A big one, as Capascio has played real well. Do they keep him in the ball game or do they take him out for a while? We still have 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. Joey to the 15-foot line.
But the handicap going against Añejo Rum, finding themselves in penalty situation. They got them as early as 6 and 40 here in the 4th and last quarter. Purefoods playing with 14 fouls. Joey now, after 3 rainbow shots, his 17th point. He's 2 from the line.
Another blocking foul by Isaac, and Jojo realizing the other team is in penalty. They just keep on penetrating.
He's got the green light, and he does what he does best.
Just a 1-point lead for Purefoods, 6:05. Jojo 14 points in this ball game. Make that 15 right now.
He's 86% from the free throw line, has a conference high of 35 points. And Isaac is limping. They've had a bad landing, and Jaworski is back on the floor. Time is 6 minutes and 5 seconds. Lastimosa, ever since he got back in the ball game, knocking in another 8 points. All here in the 4th quarter on his way to 16. Had 8 at the half.
Now he too has 4 personal fouls. Joey Loizaga against Capascio. Capaccio's got 5 and Joey just gets away with a layup.
One point separating both squads. 104-103. The Hot Dogs drive and draw, and Capascio just kept on going.
He wanted the play. If you realize that, Pingo, he told Jerry to keep on getting out. You know, he wanted to drive in against Joey Loizaga.
At 11 and 2 rainbow shots in the 2nd quarter. Capascio now with 14 points. Jaworski trying to save it. Behind the back pass.
And Harmon lost the handle in that play.
He could have taken it, but it slipped through his fingertips.
He was trying to bring it closer for a higher percentage. A 3-point lead being enjoyed by Purefoods. Again, Capascio asking for isolation.
Good shift by Capascio.
Capascio really a big factor. He's got 5, but he's really playing very strong.
And he continues to shine. Knocking in 5 here in the 2nd half. He's got 16. Ampalayo. Here comes Jaworski. Good interception by Patrimonio.
Joey fouled Glenn Capaccio in that play. Penalty situation in effect. 2 free throws for Glenn Capaccio.
Ginebra. Timeout.
We have a timeout. 4 and 15, that's the time left. Capaccio drive and draw, and the big long stretch hands of Amaril. Safely now to Jaworski. He sees the opportunity, hits the open man.
And Ampalayo couldn't get the handle.
Jaworski tells Ampalayo, forget about that, let's regroup. 109. 105, a 4-point lead being enjoyed by the sizzling hot dog.
4 minutes left.
Purefoods, 14 fouls. And trying to reach in. Jaworski drew his 4th personal foul.
Purefoods has gone to the one-on-one play in the last few minutes. They realized that Añejo getting into foul trouble early. They want to take advantage and go to the 15-foot line. Remember, they won the second game because they went to the 15-foot line so many times.
54 times.
54 times and over 40 points from that area.
Lastimosa. You don't want to fool around with him from the free throw line. 86%. And he is a pressure player.
You know, they have a lot of even distribution of scoring here in the Purefoods team. Patrimonio, Lastimosa, Capaccio, Totoy Marquez, Jerry Cordinera, they've all helped out.
Here is Ampalayo playing with 5 personal fouls. The defensive specialist, Israel, on him. Good save by Jaworski. Patrimonio switching over. Extends a hip foul on Jaworski.
That's a foul, yes. Personal foul of Patrimonio, but only the 15th foul for Purefoods, and that has worked to their advantage.
And in retrospect, finding themselves in penalty situation at 6 and 40, that is working as a liability against Añejo. They go to Joey now. 2 on him, works the baseline. He'll go for second serving
And
on
a
the
great
hook.
Joey has stepped into the shoes of Distrito, who had to leave because of exhaustion, and Joey has come up with crucial points in the last 2 minutes.
You know, Capaccio came up with a block, but Joey did not give up. Patrimonio a little bit too strong. Here he comes again. Basket will not count. There was a foul before that.
Patrimonio with the second servings, as you like to say, Pingoy, offensive rebounding helped him in that play.
He'll go against Mamaril for his 4th personal foul. Watch it once more. There's the first miss.
And a great timing on the second jump. Now 2 free throws again for Alvin. He makes the first free throw. 21 points for Alvin Patrimonio, 84% free throw shooter in this championship series.
And he's been averaging just below 23 points per game and putting in 37 minutes as his average in the championship series.
He's right there in his average right now with 22 points.
Yes, and he's also pulled down 11 rebounds. And Patrimonio, prior to game number 4, has been averaging 8 rebounds per game in the series. He's keeping an eye on Jaworski. Out to Ampalayo. Looking for room. That's crowded. But there was a foul before that pass, which was intercepted by Lastimosa. Quickly acknowledged by Israel for his 4th personal foul. That'll be their 16th foul.
Again, it is a loose ball foul. We have another timeout. Picoy will be back.
65.
Not in the act of shooting.
For Purefoods defending, you've got Capaccio with 5 personal fouls, Patrimonio, Israel, and Jolas with 4 each. Mamaril on the outside. Here's Jaworski. Picked up by Jerry. Trap deflected.
There's going to be a blocking foul on Chito to prevent the fast break play for the Purefoods team. Patrimonio to the 15th line.
Watch this trap. Patrimonio was there. I think if Mamaril stretched just a little bit and quick with the hands, he may have kept possession.
That's true. Patrimonio, good anticipation, really got high up into the air. 22 points for Alvin. 23 points right now and a 7-point lead with 2:26 left in this ball game.
The main man of Purefoods, he has to continue that role. He has to extend himself and also show that leadership quality for his co-teammates from the floor. Stop going to Ampalayo. Añejo Rum 65, trailing by 7 points. Outlet going to Capaccio, but before that, there was already a foul. After that attempt of Añejo, and you probably caught sight
Loose ball foul
that
for
Joey
Ginebra.
almost got shot out of the court. And the reason for that was there was a slight nudge from Jerry Cordillera, only his second personal foul, but now the 16th foul of Purefoods.
I think that also should have been their 7th.
Yes, they were waiting for the official acknowledgement of that.
Three-point shot by Ampalayo. James nudged it over, Pingoy.
As Fred Velayo, the chairman of the board of Interbank, says in the PBA, it's never over till it's over. We may be scheduled for a cardiac
Last
finish.
2 minutes. Last 2 minutes. Foul 14, Loizaga.
Interestingly enough, prior to game number 4, there were 8 attempts from Ampalayo from Rainbow Country. Couldn't ring the bell, couldn't come close. But tonight,
I think he has to make some adjustments. That's why the reason why he's shooting from the outside. I think he's not well, and that's why he's forced to play on the outside and cannot do his penetration. Capaccio, 18 points in the ball game. A crucial free throw.
well, Joey Loizaga limps out of the court, may have caught a knee, and Dante Gonzalgo is back in action. This is the jewel of Purefoods that continues to shine.
But again, the free throws, pressure telling on them. They just have a 5-point lead with 2 minutes left. Ampalayo fouled there by Padim Israel. And because they are in penalty, Dondon will go to the 15-foot line.
That's right, and that last foul call against Purefoods officially recorded a little bit late, but they're in penalty situation. A minute and 53 right now. 115, 110 for Purefoods.
Crucial free throws this time on the part of Ampalayo, who has 13 points in this ball game. Make that 14. He may have a low percentage, Pingoy, but these are the shots that count, you know.
You've got to admire his courage. In spite of the fact that he is ill, he is giving 100% of whatever his strength has got. He delivers 2 from the line.
Just a 3-point gain now for Purefoods, a very important offensive play.
A minute and 46. Both squads over the limit.
And a poor pass there by Capaccio. Jerry Cordillera did not expect that pass.
Strangely enough, the Butterfingers have switched ownership.
Both teams are in penalty.
Here comes Dynamite. Going to Mamaril.
Oh, a big one.
1-point game. We have a timeout.
Purefoods 1-point lead, only Pingoy. They had possession of the ball. They called their timeout. They realized that they had a good play going for themselves with a 3-point lead, and a turnover did not help them any. Now, a very important play, as I said, for Purefoods in this offensive play, because if they do not score and they do not get a chance for an offensive rebound, they could be in big trouble because the pressure will be against them.
Both squads still have 2 timeouts left. They're also over the limit. You've got 2 players from Purefoods on the floor playing with 5 personal fouls, Capaccio and Padim Israel. On the other hand, for Añejo, it is Dynamite with 5.
Capaccio pressured there by Gonzalgo. Both of the teams, remember, are in penalty.
Time ticks away, a minute and 13.
At this point, who wants the ball in the part of Purefoods?
They have to come out.
Yes, an interception. Another counter interception. Capaccio gets possession. 3-on-2 break.
It was Jolas that took it away from Dante Gonzalgo.
And
Follow
up
up
by Patrimonio.
your main man, Andy. And quickly a timeout asked by Añejo.
55.
Tony Jaworski called this timeout, so he'll have 1 left. They're down by 3, and Joey Loizaga set back to the ball game for Dante Gonzalgo. Gonzalgo paused there for a moment, Pingoy. He did not want to challenge. He wanted to set up. And the dive of Lastimosa got Purefoods back in possession of that ball.
And that's a key reason as they find themselves trailing by 3. Back to Jaworski. Lastimosa keeping an eye on him. Here is Ampalayo with 2 rainbow shots. Side stepping. And a blocking foul is going to go against Capasio. As at the last second, Ampalayo sidestep.
Capasio, 6
That'll
foul.
be the sixth and last foul for Glenn Capacio's a great game today. Look at Glenn Capacio's double team here. Ampalayo was not going to stop at this point. Capasio tried to act it out all the way, partner, but he was called for the blocking
I
foul.
think if he didn't move and backing off and just planted himself and took that, well, it could have been charged.
Maybe referee Ledesma might have given that, but he backed off, and Aral has to come back to the ball game.
But win or lose, definitely Capacio's a factor with 18 points. 2 rainbow shots happening during the second quarter consecutively. Helped off the boards with 4 rebounds.
Ampalayo sinks the first free throw. The lead has been cut down to 2.
And somehow, that is tonic to a man who is ill.
16 points for Don Don in this ball game. 44 seconds left in the ball game. And a miss on the second. Machito comes out with a rebound.
They are trailing by 2. Dynamite changes direction.
And that's it.
We have a tied ball game, and Purefoods asks for a timeout. We will hang on to the air. We will not turn over with 36 seconds to go. It was Ampalayo who tapped it in, making 8 points on his way to 18 here in the fourth quarter. And now the fans of Añejo have taken over. And here is where the fans of Purefoods must come into force. That's right. Let's listen to Kalila.
Pwede i-penetrate. Kahit natin. Penalty yan. Penalty yan. Pareho. Sila.
Believe it or not, but this is our very first deadlock at 117 all, happening with 36 seconds to go. And that deadlock was courtesy of a tip-in by Ampalayo.
Well, it's a championship game. You expect that. Ampalayo and Patrimonio fought for that ball, and I think both of them helped in tipping the ball in. Now, there are 36 seconds. But Purefoods go for a quick basket. They try to go for it.
There on the floor, Andy. For Añejo, it's Dante Gonzalo in for Joey Loizaga. Looking for the right passing angle, trying to create the opportunity. Jerry Cordillera.
Timeout, Larong, 65.
We will stay live on this timeout asked by Añejo. We will not turn over. That was their fourth and last timeout with 22 seconds to go. A big key basket on a turnaround shot by Jerry Cordillera, and the follow through was sure.
You know, that was not the design play. They wanted to penetrate, but the guy found himself at the point of no return and had to take a shot. Let's go over to Añejo and listen what they want to do.
As long as we make the shot or make a point, we got a go for it. Basta si opening, you know what I mean? Mag-intay tayo, mahahari tayo. Basta let's go with the flow. Kung maganda may open, okay. Diba? Kaysa yung sasakripisyo natin, sigurado na natin natin. Diba? Or you want to come with the gawin natin, pare, huwag mag-pressure tayo mag-charge. Okay? Pare, tignan ha. magkakagulo dyan, umalis ka dyan, ha? Pumunta ka dito. Okay, dito banda, ha? Okay, alis ko ka. Dahil pag pumunta sila lahat, kukunin ko bola sa'yo. And then let's set the play. Okay? Oh, ha? Okay, again. Chito, Joey, Don, and Mama. Okay? Oh, ha? Dapat na ganyan. Already victory.
Loud and clear, Andy, with 22 seconds to go.
I think they'll take their time, because that is certainly a lot of time. You're only down by 2. You're not pressured to take a 3-point shot. The other team is in penalty. Set up for a good play, get a good shot, or maybe get an opportunity in motion to be able to drive into the basket.
Now, very basic. Jaworski must be very sure about the passing angle.
Well, he made sure of that. Now they set up the play. 1-2-2 formation right now, and they're calling for the play. George Lastimosa down on the floor. Joey Loizaga.
Out to Jaworski. Here he comes again.
And there's the equalizer.
Timeout, Purefoods Hotel.
Jaworski, after being distracted from a Rainbow Country attempt, went for the follow-up. He got pressed by his own teammate because Dynamite was right there in front of him. Had great body control, full of concentration, fights the ball game. With 2 seconds left.
2 seconds. We don't know if that's close to 3 or very close to the end of 2. That would be 2.1, 2.9. But Purefoods now, an option is just to throw in, go for a quick shot. Again, Pingo, a very important thing is to have a good throw-in. Don't let the opponents intercept, because if they intercept at half court, they might have enough time for a layup.
Keep in mind, both squads over the limit. Our second deadlock, 118. Be prepared to suffer an extension. Possibility very strong.
For you and me.
Has to hurry. Chito was there. The last 2-second play of Purefoods again.